Okay, so I'm re-recording. Alright, let's get started. Hopefully the settings will be normal. That's better. Hiya, Innkeep. How's it going? All fine and dandy? Do you guys want me to skip through this, or do you want me to redo it? I'll do whatever. I'll do whatever you guys want me to do. Read through? Okay. Luckily we didn't get that far. Audiobook ASMR. Part 2. Yeah, I just I re-recorded, so. Okay. Can't complain. How about you, Fable? All fine and dandy? Yes, all fine and dandy. This time sing the little part. I wouldn't even know how to start with it. I had such an exciting day. Really, really exciting. Did you go on an adventure? Even better. I took a walk around the grove, and then I replanted a mushroom that had fallen over. Then I patiently waited for it to turn into a mushroom monster, or a mushroom mimic, maybe a gnome. Did it? No. But I got to take another walk around the grove. How was it? Great. I got to see the same stones, the same trees, the same amaranthine hydra guarding the entrance to Avalon, the same moss. I even got to water the asters. They didn't really need it, but I was there, so... Sounds very exciting. Who am I kidding? My life is as exciting as a roasted nut. Nuts are healthy, very thrilling in sauces or as a snack. There are various types of nuts: walnuts, peanuts, hazelnuts. I'm allergic. Oh. I didn't know that. Oh, no worries. I mean, I never told you. And hey, at least something would happen if I ate a nut. Just not something very fun. Anaphylactic shock and all that. Does that count as an adventure? No. I think that counts as a mistake. And so, what you're saying is that you're missing some spice. Oh, no. I have a very sensitive stomach. I don't think chilies would help me much. Though I'm very good at growing phoenix chilies. I was talking about the spice in your life. Ah. Oh. That's what you meant. Well, yes, exactly, that's it. There's no chili flakes, no garlic, no dragons. Just a lot of salt. I'm like a bland soup. So a classic case of boredom. I see. Do you know that feeling when nothing exciting is going on in your life? Like, life isn't bad, but also not particularly fun. Have you tried adding some zest to your soup? Huh? Drama, buzz, excitement, something fiery. Go to the theater or a gala. Arrive in a hot air balloon. A hot air balloon? Don't they fly up really high? Yes, I think that's the point. Ah. I'm afraid of heights, and of people, and of actors. But apart from that, I'm trying. I tried singing, but what is singing if not the telling of a tale? How can I sing of things if I never lived through anything? What do you mean? Well, day in, day out, I live in the same green soup of routines. Sure, I have my forest and I look after it, but I want to get out there and see something. Like, for example, listen to this song I started writing. I wish to be a hero, slaying mighty drakes. I wish to meet a pretty nymph resting by the lakes. A pretty nymph. That's pretty daring. Of course it is. That's the point. Finding them enjoying themselves in the water. The sun shining through the treetops, making the stream glisten in fragmented light. A divine beauty. I would love to sing about the exciting magical things I encounter. But to be honest, the most exciting thing in my life is coming to your tavern and discovering new drinks. Not a lot of songs you can write about that. I wouldn't mind a jingle. I'll think of one. Can I mention nymphs? I'd prefer if you didn't. Okay. Maybe one day I'll get to offer them their own jingle. In the meantime, can I offer you a drink? Yes, I'd love a drink. The usual. Yes, please. That means a swift strike, in case you forgot. Thank you for the reminder, Fable. It's my favorite. It always makes me feel like a featherlight nymph floating on the waves of a sunny lake. Do you want to be with a nymph or be the nymph? Both? But mostly I want a swift strike. Message received. Although, I was wondering, I've been coming to your tavern for so long and I still don't know anything about how you make your drinks. Could you show me? Yes. Really? Yes. What should I do? Do I need to put on an apron or summon a familiar? How do I summon a familiar? And just follow me. I always assume that somebody can have an allergy. Better over-prepared than not at all. I always ask, like, if I ever have company coming over that I haven't had before, or, yeah, if I am cooking for people in any way, or getting them something, I typically will ask them if they are allergic to anything, or if there's something that they don't like. That shit freaks me out. She's calling you out. This is cute! Oh my god! Okay. And then for those that do not know, so the innkeeper is me, by the way. And Fable is like just one of the many characters that we'll come in contact with. So this is what it looks like back here. Hello, Indu! Careful, I haven't fed him yet. Where do we start? Well, usually I start by figuring out what my patrons want. To make sure I don't forget what they ordered, I take notes in my journal. Let's have a look. Ah! Oh my god! You pinned my order? I did. If I want to look for specifics, I check my detailed notes. I do keep a log, just in case. When I'm sure I know what was asked of me, I browse my recipes. Can't you just freehand mix something to see what sticks? No. I like to mix and match for a more varied result, but the right balance is crucial, so I stick to my recipes. When I've settled on one, I can use the chalk to draw on the board. What if you pick the wrong one? I can either erase it with the sponge or just pick a different recipe. My ingredients are stored in the 5 bottles on the right. There's dexterity, intelligence, defense, strength, and charisma. I think dexterity sounds the tastiest. I had a feeling you might say that. If I mess up or want to redo my drink for any reason, I can simply feed my mistakes to Andu. Andrew's like, give me the mistakes. Fable's a fever dream. Fable is so cute. I'm very excited to encounter because there's like over 18 characters, I think, in the entirety of the game itself, which is super exciting. The little lizard in the corner, I know. I love it. Jamba Joe smoothie. Once I'm done, I ring the bell to activate the primordial vortex. Actually, I don't need to bore you with the magical details. Just try making a drink. You've got this. Well, let's take a look at our things here. So we've got Frosted Lagoon. The Frosted Lagoon protects you from any physical and spiritual harm and cools you down on even the hottest of summer days. It even offers additional UV protection. What more could you ask for? Swift Strike. Be a leaf on the wind with the Swift Strike. This must-have for any dexterity-devoted adventurer grants you agility, speed, and remarkable accuracy. Oh, and a tasty drink. With an order this delicious, you'll exceed any dwarf's kill count in no time. Spoken Heart. Sweet and sparkling in taste, the Spoken Heart will bring your deepest feelings bubbling to the surface. Your newfound sincerity, confidence, and many heartfelt words will work wonders in boosting your persuasive abilities. And charismatic boost, great for bards and emotionally repressed individuals. Southern Brawler. The Southern Brawler is the perfect combination of offense and defense, dominated by the picante aroma of Ignis. This drink is served fiery hot or ice cold, depending on the kind of fight you're looking for. Sparkling Nebula. Kind of like the sounds of that. The distilled flavor of the cosmos, the sparkling nebula fizzes on your tongue and rewires your synapses, inspiring great ideas and even greater stories. Storytellers and scholars alike can broaden their horizons with this taste of the stars. That sounds really cool. I like that. Okay, so we want to draw this recipe. Okay. Let's see. So we've got the stuff on the side here. Hold on. So it looks like... So characters. Oh, okay, yeah, let's take a look at all this. Fable, Verthina, an elf, 110 years old, they, them. They're a ranger from Ashen Grove, neutral, good. Their arcana is the hangman. Fable is a ranger taking care of the Ashen Grove. They're a sweet and gentle soul and a regular at the Wayfarer's Inn. They dream of being an adventurer, but are troubled by severe anxiety about, well, everything, really. Their nut allergy probably doesn't help either. Okay, so we'll get rumors and quests. This is our log. Okay, so mistakes to undo. Ring the bell when I'm done. Okay, and there's the recipes. And here's the stats. So it looks like for this, it's primarily going to be defense. We've got our ingredients here. Okay, so Ignis, Cantio, Pluma, Temps, Fregus. So Ignis, rumor has it, this spicy potion can make a warrior out of anyone. With its enhanced strength, even the heaviest weapons or logs can be lifted. Cantio, created by mixing honey with classified magic. This ingredient bolsters your charisma, making your people skills sparkle, maybe too literally. Pluma, this airy ingredient enhances finesse and reflexes. With Pluma, adventurers become quicker, better, faster, stronger. Perhaps not that last one. Temps, favored by scholars and wizards alike, this mystical potion of unknown origins is infamous for its ability to fortify your intelligence. Fregus, healing from the highlands, this rhymy ingredient raises your defenses, shielding you from harm. No matter how tough you are, Fregus makes you tougher. This is so cool! Infusions, okay. Alright, so we are going to want... Okay, how does this work? Wait. Oh, what? Oh! Wait, never mind. Hold on. Okay, I see now. I understand. Okay. Wait. I might have put too much of that in there. Kind of ish. Wait. Oh. Hold on. I think Ando needs to... Ando! Wait, remove infusion? Take it, Ando. Just, please. Just take it off. Ando hasn't been fed anyway, so it's fine. Okay. All right. How do we? Man, you really have to like... Okay. The specifics is crazy. I need a little bit of you. How specific do you need to be? Wow. Okay. The measuring is like wicked, Andu. Just while I figure out how to do this. Take my drink. Okay. All right. This is what I'm gonna do. So I need like a smidgen of you. Too much Swift. Each drink holds. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I need like one of you. Okay. Maybe. All right. So I think Swift it up. Yes. Okay. We did it. Third time's a charm. Finish. Perfection. Wow, it actually does teleport. Of course it does. What did you think was happening? I thought you were just very good at sleight of hand. I see. Well, give your creation a taste. That's delicious. I made that? You made that. Thank you for showing me the ropes. Thank you for your enthusiasm. These adventures you dream of, aren't you scared they'd be the end of you? Maybe, but how would I know if I never try? Do you actually want to try? Well, yes. I want to tell great stories, but... But what? Never mind. That's my boyfriend right there. I've already settled. I've already settled. That's why he's in a bucket to clean up all the messes. He's gonna have to pee so bad. No, I wouldn't want to sit in my own pee though. Yeah, exactly. This mysterious assassin over here I have officially claimed. How can I help you? A drink. For you. Right. What kind? Drinkable. Lord help me. Very specific. Thank you. How about a spoken heart? Some charisma couldn't hurt. Sure. Whatever. He's just playing hard to get. Hold on now. He's gonna come out of his shell because I'm gonna make it happen. He's just probably on a mission and he's tired and I can fix him. There's a spider on my wall. Oh my god. Blech. There's a spider on my wall. There is a spider on my wall, and I'm freaking out. Nope, he's dying. This is literally my rule of thumb. If you are inside my house, if you're a bug, you die. Nope. Ah! He dead now. Your girl don't do spiders, okay? Quick prayer for the spider. Effing chat for the spider. Look, if you look, I don't mind spiders if I can't see them. I can fix some famous last words. Because I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna poison someone in the game. I don't know if they'll like let you. That'd be crazy. Order her. Spoken heart. Let's do her. Let's do her up. Yeah. Here we go. I just leave them to be useless. They climb. Whoa. Oh, I just leave them be unless they climb on me. Yeah, if they climb on me. Hell no. Hell no. Writes down, don't dress as a bug and go to Serena's house. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Alright, y'all. Let's make ourselves a little drinky drink. So it looks like one of this. One of this. And a bunch of this. Oh, one more. Alright, bro. Sorry, Andu. Not this time, buddy boy. Look at that birdie drink next to him. That is so amazing. I have a daddy longleg in almost each room. I don't like seeing them, but they catch the annoying bugs. True. That's the thing for me. Like, if I don't see them, they can chill and eat all the bugs. But if I see you just climbing in my vicinity in front of me, nope. Gotta go. Gotta go. This should be digestible, maybe even tasty. Thanks. Almost washes away the memories of that banshee haunting the lonesome lagoon at night. And her bone-shattering song of sorrow. Almost. Did he just nope out? Did he just disappear? It's a big or icky spider? Nope, it's getting vacuumed. There's a tiny spider hanging from Dad's river mirror Sunday. Yeah, absolutely not. If you're in my vehicle, hell to the no. All right. The brooding type, I see. What are you thinking about, Fable? Just dreams. Yours or someone else's? Mine. Other people seem to have the courage to follow theirs. Why can't I be like that? Isn't that up to you? I wish it was. My brother says my dreams are a fool's errand, that I'm running away from where I belong. We are rangers, Fable. We belong to the woods, like the stream that ripples down the mountain. Or the birds in the trees. We keep the balance. It's what we're meant to do. And is that what you want to do? Yes. No. Not really. I want to experience things outside the safe borders of the forest. I want to live a life so full of adventure, boredom will feel like bliss. I want to be brave and strong. And I want to sing songs about my adventures that make other people yearn for that same freedom. Of course, I could never leave the Ashen Grove behind forever. It's my home. But there's nothing wrong with going away from time to time, right? I mean, my brother looks after the grove, as well as my sisters. I think it'd be fine without me. Then you should do what your heart desires. Will it stop aching then? I think so, yes. What if it's wrong to leave, though? What if destiny never meant for me to leave? What if it did? That would be a dream come true. Be your own genie, Fable. Your adventures start with you. Thank you, Innkeeper. You really are the most exciting part of my day. Oh my god! Oh! Holy shit! I might actually cry right now. Oh my god. Hold on. Hold on. My skeleton fell the fuck over. Oh, my oh my god. Ah. Why? Bro. Can you not? Why? What's your problem? He's just gonna stay bent over. That's fine. Oh my. Hello. Greetings, traveler. How may I help you? You own this establishment, Innkeep. Last time I checked. With whom do I have the pleasure? Ooh, alright, how am I gonna pronounce this name? Is it Carolyn? No. That doesn't, no. Carolyn? How would someone pronounce this name? Give me a pronunciation. Shrapnel, thank you so much. How you doing? Or it could be pronounced. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was like Cyrlin or Sarlin or Carolyn. I don't know how I want to pronounce the name. Yes, or Sarlin? Sarlin? Carolyn? That doesn't... I don't... Carolyn. Carolyn. Are we going with Carolyn? That was like the first thing that came to my mind. Carolyn? Let's go with Carolyn. Let's go with Carolyn. Carolyn it is. Alright. The name's Carolyn. Oh no. You can call me Care or Lynn. Couldn't care less. Nice to meet you, Lynn. What can I do for you? Perhaps something to drink? You do the thing with the quests, right? So they say. Do you want one? You can have a look at my notice board. No. No quests for me. But I may have one for you. Or your notice board. Tell me more. Heard of a werewolf making trouble up in, Trigrin. Terrorizing farmers, tearing sheep apart. The whole program. A werewolf? That's news to me. Listen, me too. Didn't see one in almost a decade, and that was far south in Arrowbay. Been wondering if it's the same one, just moving up like a nomad. I thought the werewolf hype died along with that one romance novel. You mean the one with the vampires? Think so? Nah, that just split society into two camps. Team werewolf or team vampire. Oh, are we talking about Twilight now? Hello? Which one are you, Innkeep? Team Vampire. Ah, so you're into the fangs, are ya? An Innkeep never tells. You little rascal. I like you. Likewise. What about you? Vampires. Why? The wolves are too close to my kin, and yeah, I'd rather stay away from them. Is that why you don't want to take care of the werewolf yourself? Yes. No. I'm just afraid he might look a little too much like my Uncle Dragon. I would feel bad slaying that fella. You know, hunched back, hairy, crooked teeth. Is that a werewolf or just Uncle Dragon? You can't tell. Same fate befell Aunt Olga. I'm sorry to hear that. Nah, the hag had it coming. Never fall behind your grooming schedule, or before you know it, the next wannabe Van Helsing will strike you down with a silver arrow. Do the Van Helsings also hunt werewolves? Don't know. Don't care enough to check. Either way, that southern werewolf, yeah? Right. Anything else that might help others get done with it rather swiftly? Fetch. Pardon me? Should they get into a dangerous situation, we'll just have to start playing fetch. That works? On any dog, trust me. Good to know. Thanks, Carolyn. It's not that hard. Either Carolyn, Care, or Lynn. I'm calling him Lynn. Gotcha. Alright, Chief. You got a name, or is it just Innkeep? Just Innkeep for now. Playing hard to get, I see. Well, Innkeep, then before I venture on, you've got a drink for me? Of course. What would you like? I'll take something powerful, something with a whole lot of strength. And don't you dare give me any of that watered down luck instead. Alrighty then. I understood that reference. I love it so much. Don't kink shame us, Carolyn. Turned into a puddle, please stand by. Alright, let's see here. Lots of strength. Probably. Let's see here. This one, I would assume. Southern Brawler. A lot of strength. A lot of strength. Okay, and a little bit of you. And a smidgen of you. Perfection. A drink with 0 water as requested. Not bad. Just what I was craving. Thanks. Where will you head from here? Perhaps back west. Through the Ashen Grove. Got some business to take care of. What kind of business? Personal business? Care to elaborate? No. But you won't stop asking until I do, will ya? No. My cousin claims her crops are being stolen by undead snails. Obviously, I'm pretty sure she's hallucinating. But I did hear some folks complaining about an undead uptick in the west, so might as well humor her. And make sure she hasn't turned into an undead snail herself. Something like that. It's odd, ain't it? Resurrecting the dead. It's certainly unconventional. That's one way to put it. I think there's not much use digging up the past. It's just going to open wounds you stapled shut. Or eat your face. The past haunts everyone willing to listen. Would you mind talking like a normal person? I ain't exactly up for philosophizing. Undead snails, the enemy of every gardener. Yeah, for real. You started this conversation. And I'm ending it. Alright, well then. If you find any more rumors for me or need aid, don't shy away from coming back. I'm more of a lone wolf. Don't do groups, but sure. For more work, I'll be back. I'll be waiting. Speaking of rumors, you know how to turn them into proper quests, right? Don't want them to go to waste. I could use some help. Fine. Guess I've got a few minutes. Let me see your setup. I also keep them written down in my journal so I don't forget. Smart. I think the best next step would be sorting matching snippets on your quest page. Just drag them over. Make sure they're all for the same quest. Otherwise, you'll end up confusing adventurers. Once you're done, select that quill of yours and it'll be written up. Got it? Got it. Thank you for your help, Lynn. Put it on my tab. That's not how that works. Good night to you too. Alright then, let's assemble this quest. Let's see here. We've got banshees haunting the lonesome lagoon, wailing a song that will shatter your bones, hopefully hyperbole. Unusual amount of undead seem to be haunting the west. Undead snails are being accused of eating crops. This apparently poses a problem. The Lukakin Carolyn told me about a werewolf who is roaming around Tregorin, a potential threat to villagers. Werewolf's secret weakness is playing fetch. Apparently no dog can resist the urge to run after a stick. Okay. Oh, hey. Yeah? I think? I hope? I mean, it's all werewolf related. A werewolf on detours. Reticent Lukakin passed by the Weavers Inn, reporting a werewolf making their way up to Tregorin from Arrowbay. They pose a potential threat to both helpless sheep and the villagers. Apparently werewolves are playing fetch. Are you brave enough to take on this quest and save Tregorin from this werewolf mayhem? Solid. That's so cool! Ando! The day's done. Oh my god, that's so pretty. Okay, you guys can't see that. It says Act 1, The Wayfarer's Inn. So we're on 2. Prelude to Bravery, 58th of the Wake. Start our day. Quest taken. Oh. Fable. What do you have there, Fable? I found this on your notice board. It says a werewolf is terrorizing Tregrin. Is that true? It is indeed. Have you sent anyone after it yet? Maybe that hooded guy from yesterday? Not yet. What kind of hero are you, looking for? One who knows their way around difficult terrain, woods even, preferably one who is good with a bow. One who tells me they want the quest. I am good with a bow. Yes, Fable. And I know my way around any woods. I know Fable. And maybe I want the quest. Just maybe? No, not just maybe. Since yesterday, all I've been able to think about is you telling me to follow my heart. And then I step into your tavern and the quest practically jumps out at me and I think, hey, there's a start for an adventure. It's near a forest. You know forests. You live in a forest. And werewolves are basically just normal wolves, but slightly scarier because they are also human. But you've talked to humans before. And you got silver arrows for your birthday last year, and they're just collecting dust in your room. And I thought I could ask you if anyone had taken it yet. And then I didn't think that far ahead. I see. Or rather, I did, but then I thought, what if I take the quest, and then I have to go on the quest, and I have to fight the werewolf, or talk to the werewolf, which is worse. Because what if the werewolf doesn't like me? And what if, when I try to shoot it with my silver arrow, I miss and shoot a tree instead? And then the tree would be mad at me. But it wouldn't really matter because I'd be dead, because of the werewolf. That took a quick turn. So maybe I should put the quest back. Fable. Yes? Do you want me to tell you to take the quest? Maybe? I can't make this decision for you. Neither can I. Whenever I have to make a difficult decision, it's like I freeze in place. And suddenly I'm unable to move until someone makes the decision for me. Like a slime, a frozen slime that can't move. I've met slimes less anxious than you. You've met slimes? My tavern is open to everyone. Oh, right. But do slimes drink? Water? More slime? Bones? You sell bones? Only to slimes. Maybe you'll be able to add my bones to your menu soon. You'll just have to pick them up from the forest floor. I think I'd have a hard time convincing a werewolf to give up free bones. Why are you so anxious, Fable? In general, I think answering that would take up more time than we have to spare. About taking the quest, it seems to me that you want to take it, but you're trying to talk yourself out of it instead. Oh, well, I do want to go on that quest. Werewolves may not be the best muses, but it would make a good start for a song, right? The prelude of an epic fable. The protector of the woods, the world, the worms. The worms? They seem like they need protecting. But every time I think about embarking on a quest, then I start to think more deeply about what might happen. All my bones start to shake and I feel dizzy. Is there something making you feel like you might fail? Aside from the bloodthirsty werewolf? We don't know what it's thirsty for. It might prefer orange juice. It might. Well, heroes have history, right? Great feats they can look back on to prove their bravery. inspirational adventures that remind them of the light in the dark. I have the opposite of that. Great mistakes and epic regrets. Like the Morgan incident. Or my first encounter with the Amaranthine Hydra. Or the reason why nobody wants to spend time with me. Why does no one want to spend time with you? Because I'm unlucky! I'm unlucky, and whenever good things are supposed to happen, I ruin them. No matter how easy things might be, nothing seems easy enough for me. Imagine there's one nail sticking out in the whole kingdom. Everyone would pass by it except for me. I'd get caught on it and rip my coat. Did that happen once? Once? I wish it had been just once. It seems like my life only follows the path that's the most embarrassing. Or dangerous. Or dangerously embarrassing. The curse of ill luck follows me wherever I go, like an adventuring companion who secretly wants to kill you. No one wants to hang out with someone who naturally attracts bad things. You're too harsh on yourself, Fable. Am I? See, just last week I wanted to gather fresh flowers. The daffodils are blooming, and they make for a nice bouquet, you know? Or hair accessories. They always calm my anxiety when I have them around. But me being me, I confuse them with their evil twin, the Weeping Amaryllis. Now guess what I spent the whole day afterwards doing? Weeping? Like a baby, all day long. When I plucked them, they released their spores and I started crying. I suddenly felt all the sadness of the world rush over me. I've never been so heartbroken. I'm sorry. It sounds horrible, Fable. It was. Between the tears and the sobs, I managed to make a tincture out of hogweed. It eased the pain, but the tears wouldn't stop until dawn. I'm so silly sometimes. Your first encounter with the Hydra? Well, just a day after it arrived to guard the portal to the dream plane Avalon, I wanted to be polite and neighborly, so I brought it some homemade biscuits. I burned them a little in the oven, but I thought, since it has fire breath, they wouldn't mind. So I approached the Amaranthine Hydra, and I have this whole speech prepared about how I'm looking forward to having it around, and how its green scales match my hat. But it was so tall and intimidating, I forgot all about what I wanted to say. So I just set down the biscuits and smiled awkwardly. It looked at my biscuits and then at me, and it said, "By the rivers of the stars stands a man who reads the firmament's past. Some things are as sturdy as the gilded ice. Some things as changing as Leviathan's sea. All chimeras hate mice, all hydras love tea." I thought to myself, wow, the Amaranthine Hydra has given me a riddle. A quest. Maybe this shall be my first adventure. But I couldn't figure out the answer, so I left. And I tried to solve the riddle for 3 days. I was too ashamed to step foot in front of it again, lest it know that I was not worthy of its wisdom. But then I couldn't take it anymore, and I ran back, apologized, and begged it for the answer. Turns out, that's just how it speaks. It wanted tea. Did you get it some? Yes. Then you completed its quest. 3 days late. If it had needed an antidote, it would have died. Would-haves are about as useful as an antidote when you haven't been poisoned. They change nothing. I suppose you have a point. The Mary Morgan incident. Yes, the Mary Morgan incident. That was probably the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me. Do we really have to talk about that? Only if you want to. Alright. Just because it's you. An adventuring party was on their way, passing through the Ashen Grove. Due to the Sylvan spirits, it gets fairly foggy at night. and the fog bears great danger to anyone who isn't acquainted with the spirits who call it home. So they wanted guidance from a local ranger. A merchant up in Tregerin recommended me. I agreed to help, of course. My first adventure. Yay! And no riddles to get confused about either. I was so excited, but also very, very nervous. So of course, it had to go wrong. I think it was the nerves. Why were you so nervous? New people. Seasoned adventurers. One stronger than the next, all in shining armor and armed to the teeth. I wanted to leave a good impression, but my bad luck got in the way. How did it go wrong? I felt their condescending glares on my back as I walked them through the woods. Of course, I don't know whether they actually glared, but my fear got a hold of me and I led them astray. I must have blacked out. I've never got lost in the woods before, but this time I did. I couldn't see well, there was blood rushing in my ears, and I felt dizzy. So, for some stupid reason, I led them along a path no one should ever take. Past the riverbanks of the Shivermere, home to the Merrimorgan. You know the Merrimorgan, yes? The wrathful spirit that's known to drown men? Loveless, thank you so much for the sub! How are you doing? It's so good to see you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you're having an amazing day. Welcome on in. Happy Monday. Get to add you to my wonderful rainbow tree here. Or my rainbow tree, my rainbow chain. Oh, you're good. It's so good to see you. How are you guys liking this so far? I think this is so cute. And I love the storytelling. Yeah, I like it a lot. I'm enjoying it. Hi, Steve. How are ya? It's cute. It's like a live book. I know. It's so wonderful. Oh my gosh. You know of the Merrimorgan, yes? The wrathful spirit that's known to drown men. Not sure if she really differentiates between genders, though. For some stupid reason, I led them right into her arms. I got scared, and in the end, they had to save me. They fought the creature, and we finally found a way out when dawn broke. And the fog ebbed away. I couldn't look at them for the rest of the journey. And I silently bid my farewells when we reached the other side of the Ashen Grove. I was too embarrassed to speak. I'm sure I'm still the laughingstock of every one of their gatherings. It's good for just listening while working. Surprised, though, I usually don't like visual novels. Yeah, it's kind of a hit or miss for me, too, but I am honestly obsessed with this right now. How am I ever supposed to set foot in the adventuring world again? To be fair, it could have been worse. I could have led them right into the arms of the wyvern chimera that resides in the Quag Mangrove. They say it has a taste for adventurers. But you didn't. But I didn't. You seem to be very insecure. I think that's the biggest problem here. But how can I not be when everything I touch falls apart? You know that isn't true. You're right. I'm a great gardener. Everything grows around me. But I seem to just get smaller. Except zucchinis. I can't figure out how to grow those. So, in a way, I'm like a zucchini. I'm insecure because I don't know what I'm capable of. You'll have to find that out then. Like, on a quest. For example. Don't you think I'm a little underleveled? Do you think that will change by sitting around? I guess not. Someone has to help those people, right? What if I don't, and then no one else comes around? What if I'm the only chance they got? What if I'm not? What if there's someone better? The best thing you can do is try to help them. So what if another adventurer swings by and they're able to make the situation better? Isn't that a good thing? 4 hands are better than 2. And who knows, you might even end up forming a party. Oh. And besides, if it's a perfect hero they want, they'll be waiting forever. I didn't think about it like that. Maybe I shouldn't decide to give up before I even try. After all, I am a very fast runner, so if I screw up, I can just run away real quick. That's the spirit. Okay. I, Fable, a great gardener and future hero, charmer of nymphs, am going to embark on this quest and save the villagers. And I shall return victorious. Did I do it right? Yes. Good job. I leave the quest in your capable hands, brave adventurer. Would you like a drink to aid you on your journey? Yes. Do you have something that can make me more nimble and quiet so that the werewolf won't see me coming? Something with a lot of dexterity. If I want to fight it, I'm going to need that surprise round advantage. Or maybe something that can help me with diplomacy. Perhaps it's just a hungry lost lichen after all, and it only needs a pep talk and a hug. Maybe we could even be friends. But I would need something with a lot of charisma for that. I will leave the choice up to you. Just make sure you don't pick a random recipe. Please keep it to one of the abilities I asked for. Remember, your choice can influence my fate. It could change the entire outcome of this quest. But of course, I'm sure you're already aware of that. Sorry for backseat mixing. Oh no! Okay, so that's cool and also no pressure at all. Ooh, okay. Let's see here. All right, what do we want to do? So nimble and quiet, dexterity. Ooh. Let's see here. So it would either have to be Swift Strike or Spoken Heart. So Swift Strike is their ideal, like their favorite order. That's the one with a lot of dexterity. The Spoken Heart is, you know, the confidence boost and charisma. God, I don't know. What do you guys think? Spoken Heart, so newfound sincerity, confidence, and many heartfelt words. So do we want to try and talk to this werewolf, or do we want to be super sneaky, quick, and all that? Well, also, what our quest exactly? Hold on. They pose a potential threat to both helpless sheep and villagers. Apparently the werewolves love playing fetch. Are you brave enough to take on this quest? Okay. What if we boost our confidence and get him to not threaten, like talk? So the spoken heart. Yeah, that was kind of like what I was more leaning to. Since they already have difficulty like with individuals, this would help in that regard. Hey Mike, how you doing? Hope you're having a good day. I need a shot of that too. In certain situations, I do as well. Alright, let's try this then. It's been a day. I'm doing well. I'm doing really well. Let's try Spoken Heart then. Hopefully that goes well. Fingers crossed. This should do it. Thank you. I feel much better. Braver. Farming? No, wait. That sounds like I'm tending to a farm. There are a lot of farmers in Tregrin. I'm going to protect them all. Or talk to them until they feel better. I'm sure they could use that too. I just hope I don't have to fight anyone. No, I'll be okay. Because of your help, I'll be able to talk myself out of any situation. Thank you again. I think this drink gave me the courage I needed to get started. You got this, Fable. I'll try. Have some faith in yourself. Okay. I got this. Much better. Oh, I almost forgot. I was thinking about how much your words helped me yesterday. And how I'd have to thank you properly if I ever did end up taking a quest. So, I brought you some phoenix chilies from my garden. They seemed like something you might enjoy. They possess natural magical properties. If you plant them in the right soil, they can grow to be fire resistant. And consumption can pass that on to mortals like us? Exactly. I thought they might go well with your drinks. They will. Thank you, Fable. That's a very thoughtful gift. Since I'm waiting for another shipment of infusions in a few days, I'll take a look at them all together later. Of course. I'm glad you like them. Maybe I'll order a drink with some next time. But first, I have to complete my quest. I'll see you post-victory. Oh, I hope Fable will be alright. I wonder what path their fate took. She got them stretched, yeah. No, I've just got my fake ears on. How come everyone always goes for the elf ears and never the Shrek ears? Not my cup of tea. But these also aren't my favorite ears. I can't find my other ones. These ones hurt after a while. They're a little, they sit just a little heavy. Maybe a zesty one. I hope I was able to help. This guy again. Someone walked into my office. Did we do good with the drink? Yes, we did go with the charisma one. So, fingers crossed. Tall, dark, and handsome is here. You again. Me again. And who are you? someone who wants a drink. What kind? Drink. Yes, yes, I get it. Could you try being more specific? That spoken heart one tasted fine. Thank you. Right then. I have these memorized. There you go. Spoken heart just for you. Maybe it will help you find more words. Good attempt. Perfectly drinkable. Might make me come back for more. Might not. Thank you. Enjoy. Charming. It's nighttime. It's so... Ah, it's so pretty. What in the what in the what in what? What do we have here? Careful, you'll step on my cape. Oh, shush. Greetings, travelers. How may I help you? Not another one of those empty babblers. Would you prefer a different line? Let's see. Hail and well met, adventurers. Would you like to try me drinks? No, that feels wrong somehow. Could try the one where you just serve drinks quietly. I'm fresh out of that one. Sorry. Thought so. You're planning to try and peer into my backstory? Probably. Ugh. Warn ye. Very good at ignoring non-essential NPCs. Why are you ignoring me? Not ye, the innkeep. The innkeep is ignoring me? Not in the slightest. Don't worry too much about him. He's a tad quirky. I see. That thing on your shoulder, is it quirky too? What thing? Ah, my cape. Your cape? That's not his cape. That green fell on his shoulder as an ooze, or what's left of it. And the rest of it is on you. Aye, pretty tough to clean off. May I ask how that happened? You just did. Maybe I can offer you two a drink in exchange for the story and your names. Yes, I love stories. Well then, may I have your name? No, but I shall tell it to you. I'm Sir Alphonse Louis Frederick Duquet d'Ossang. Wow. It's long for Kyle. Kyle. Well, Kyle, what kind of drink can I offer you? Blood. Or if you're out, I would also settle for something that tastes like blood. Or looks like it. Red is my favorite color. I'll look for something with red in it. Okay. Not blood. god. Oh, man. Here we go. Some almost blood for you, sir. Oh, thank you very kindly. That looks delicious. It also tastes delicious. Very alive. Maybe as a chaser, you could let me have a bite? No. Okay. On to whom may I offer the second drink? Rhea Frostgrip. Nice to meet. Yeah. Skip. Just serve me something strong. Something that feels durable, tough like a mountain or the caves of Ur. One of those frosted lagoons looks close enough. Coming right up. The nerve of these characters. Hold on, I want to see something real quick before I get ahead of myself. Okay. So I'm gonna look at these. So, Lynn is Bukakin 36, she, her, Beast Slayer. Erove, Chaotic, Good, the Chariot. Lynn is a strong and fearless Beast Slayer with a taste for strong drinks, big swords, and even bigger muscles. She despises small talk in any way or form, and understandably for her, keeps her distance from werewolves. Wouldn't like being mistaken for one either. Alright, Rhea, Dwarf, 175, she, her, Blacksmith, Lawful Neutral, the World. Okay. And Kyle, Vampire, don't know the age, he, him, Vampire, Eridu, where, question mark, Chaotic Neutral, and the Fool. Alrighty then. Right? Yeah. A taste of her just for you, valued customer number 2. Oh, are you hitting the placeholder tax? Let me try. I see you're many things, but not a liar. Tastes like a pile of rocks, just how I like it. So, Rhea, Kyle, what about that ooze-filled story? Fine. Guess you've earned it. Alright, picture me, deep in the mountains of Dulvimer, with my trusty axe and a good drink by my side. There I was, minding me own business, digging for the good stuff, you know. Hit a gold vein earlier and deemed myself the luckiest dwarf of all time. Had a real big old pile of gold. Then suddenly this big ooze comes along and slurp. Gone it was. This is a very boring story. Perhaps we could go looking for my cape now? It's nearly sunrise. And the sun kills ye? Oh, right. Did the ooze also eat the cape? Yes. No. Oh. Anyways, I wouldn't call myself the best warrior, but when that ooze slurped me gold, I had to do something. So I took me shovel and dug and hit and dug and hit until there was nothing left of the ooze anymore. Well, almost none. So did you dig out your gold? Silly fool, she dug out me! And guess what he was clinging on to? The gold? Oh yes, a big gold nugget should be enough to get me into Barovia. And perhaps it can even get me a dandy new cape. I don't think so, Sunshine. We had a deal. Ah, we did. Please allow me to ask a question. What was that deal again? I get you to Barovia so you can participate in your fancy vampire banquet, and in return, I get the gold. But what about my cape? Where did you last see your cape? Don't even bother. It's a lost cause. We looked everywhere on our way here. Fought cursed chests, many-eyed monstrosities, undead goons. And I started to wonder, where in his life did this man put his cape? Where everyone puts their cape. Do you know where I put me capes? Where? In a wardrobe! Oh. So you can wear it inside the wardrobe land? What? No. Kyle, maybe we could find someone to retrieve your cape for you. We could? Phenomenal. I could put out a quest for you, but for that we'd need a little more information. Good luck with that. First, I'd need to know where you last saw your cape. I was getting ready to go to the annual vampire banquet hosted by Lord Strut in Barovia. While getting dressed, I realized I couldn't find my cape. My first thought, of course I cannot find it. The cape of invisibility is playing tricks on me. It's quite moody sometimes. Which is truly unfortunate when you want to wear it for an important event. We all know how important a fancy cape is for flaunting your vampire status. Of course. Then what was the last vampire event you wore the cape to? My wedding! Your wedding? When I married my sweet Evelyn, I simply had to wear my most treasured cape. To show how important she was to me. Evelyn. The vampire countess Evelyn, residing in Marrow Castle. That would be her. Congratulations. Are you still married? Of course not. I hate her. Every inch of her body. Turns out she just wanted... Spit it out, leech. Oh. What? My cape! Ah, rats, here we go again. My sweet Evelyn stole my cape. What now? That little, mean, vicious, beautiful beast. Her, that thief of thieves, robbed me of my most precious possession. Wouldn't that be your heart? No. I had that taken out centuries ago. But my cape. I could never live without that. Oh, sweet, sweet Evelyn. How could you do this to me? I trusted her with all I had. That's rough, buddy. Perhaps innkeeper. That's your name, right? No. Oh, my deepest apologies. What is it then? I don't think it's time for that yet. Names are valuable currency, after all. Or some types, indeed. But you mustn't be so mysterious to a new friend. All my friends call me innkeeper. In that case, I shall not disrespect your wishes. Well then, innkeeper, do you think there's a courageous adventurer out there brave enough to retrieve my precious cape for me? I'm afraid that my sweetest Evelyn will kill me on sight if I ever set foot in her villa again. Yes, I think we can find such an adventurer. We're setting up that search right now. So, where could a brave adventurer find Marrow Castle? Deep past the abyss of dread, at the foot of a mountain range that looks like a witch's bosom, towers the mansion of my dear Evelyn. Queen of darkness. Temptress of men. The Menko champion of 1467. The right hero should be able to outsmart her and escape with their life. But be wary, she bites. And she may be invisible now. Alright, I think I've got everything I need. I'll write up a quest for you. I'm sure you'll have your cape back in no time. I hope so. That reminds me. Another cursed monologue. And keep quickly another drink. I don't think I can make it through another tale of woe without some artificial stamina. I need another lagoon. I'll see what I can do. Oh god, this is amazing. I know, Narnia was like the first thing that I thought of too when the wardrobe was brought up. Too funny. Oh, let's see. So the rumor's there. Okay. Alright, lagoon it is. Oh, my bad. They seem to be making all kinds of references. I love that, honestly. It's amazing. Some liquid stamina for a valued guest. Let me try. You got it right again. I might even last till dayfall with this. Kyle, would you like another drink as well? No. I cannot drink now that I'm consumed with thoughts of my love's betrayal. Oh, it ails me so. Everything ails ye. The whole way here you were complaining about having to walk. My bat form doesn't work like it used to. I'm out of practice, and the slime weighs heavily on my shoulders. And my back is all itchy. By the dragons. Could it be because you insisted on sunbathing? Oh. Oh, right. Innkeeper. Do you have a drink to protect me from the sun? Perchance something that would also moisturize my delicate skin. I'm afraid not. Oh. That reminds me. My aunt, Matilda, used to harness the power of Chimera's saliva for sun protection. A chimera? A thing, beast made out of several animals. Got 3 heads and all, made by the dragons to guard Gaia. Likes to eat people for breakfast. I'm aware, I just didn't know its saliva could be so useful. Ah. If only I hadn't eaten that delectable bear chimera in the Scarlet Caves, I could have asked it for a sample of its saliva. I'm sure that would have gone over well. Actually, I might know where to find one. Really? Will you get it for me then? No. Oh. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Miss Frostgrip, dearest Rhea, perhaps we can alter our deal. Oh nay, forget it. I ain't going. With nothing on me but a shovel and ooze goop, I'd be no match for such a beast. No problem. I can make it another quest for my trusted board. And when will it be done? Tell me when I can walk among mortals in the glistening sunlight once more. As soon as a fearless adventurer picks it up and succeeds. Especially that part. Splendid. Did you hear that? A quest just for me. Let's leave it at 2. Say and keep. While we wait for someone to do his work for him, do you perhaps have a room or 2? Possibly a room without sunlight. Wouldn't want Snow White to go up in flames over here. Sure thing. I've got a couple of barred up rooms. You can stay there. How much? You can pay when you leave. Grand. Seems like they gave you more personality than usual. Keep it up. Maybe you'll become a real girl one day. Thank you. Enjoy your stay. You too, tasty creature. All right, let's see here. What do we got here? Dun, dun, dun. Quirky vampire looking for Cape. Let's see, with Evelyn here. Move these around a little bit. Okay, we got that one. Hey there, Evelyn! On a mild summer morning, a senile vampire came to look for escape of invisibility at the Wayfarer's Inn. After steady questioning, the innkeeper uncovered that he lost his cape at his wedding, where his ex-wife, Countess Evelyn, stole it from him. She resides at the foot of the Witch's Wrath Peak. Venture to the peak and dare to retrieve the long-lost cape, but be aware she might be invisible. Johnny, welcome back. The game has been amazing. I love it so much. I really cannot wait for the full release. The storytelling is incredible. We need the one about the ring. I feel sorry for Kyle, though. He trusted her and loved her, and now she's crying. I know! I know. Alright, we got that one, and let's see what other one we got. Let's do...
Can I get a hiya?
Hiya! Hi, Grybo. It's gonna be on Switch. Oh, is it? Happy to hear. Who did you pick? For what? Let's do... Here's that one. And I think this one. Okay, so we've got Chimera's hatred for mice. Viper and Chimera. Organize these a little bit. Until sunrise, deep in the Quag Mangrove resides a wyvern chimera. Its scales and claws are a valuable treasure to any alchemist. Its saliva even more so. As it happens, a certain vampire may be able to use the rare saliva to produce a sunscreen so effective that even he could walk in broad daylight. Is there any adventurer or mouse brave enough to confront the beast, the chimera, not the vampire, and bring back a bucket of saliva? I love it so much. That's so cool. How you doing, Grybo? Good to see you. I read the pin message. Oh, that was something that Austin was asking people, like, in general, like, what kind of race or class would you be in a world like this? So I went with, like, my tiefling bard from Baldur's Gate. I can see that just being me entirely, like, through and through. Alright, new friends and former enemies, 59th of the Wake. My shipment of infusions finally arrived this morning. I now have access to some Fey crystals and frozen pine cones. Together with Fable's Phoenix chilies, I have 3 infusions now. I'll unpack them later when I have some time. I have a feeling they'll be of use soon. So, innkeep. A drink for me and this lanky pal. It's good to see you too, Lynn. She meant to say please. Welcome back, Fable. You look alive. Thank you. I am. That seems like a given. I'm just happy to see them doing well. And with a friend. We ain't friends. We're not? So you two didn't form a party? No. Oh. Then what's the drink about? They may be very annoying, but they did just help me solve a family feud of 10 years. So I do owe them some of your dishwater at the very least. Family feud? I wouldn't call it a feud. More of a miscommunication. No, it was a feud. I feel like feud implies a certain level of hostility. I was gonna kill him. I thought that was a joke. It wasn't. Oh. But no one died? No. Elfie here was able to prevent that. It's fable. Whatever. Does this perchance have something to do with your quest? It does! I stopped her from killing the werewolf. Elaborate, please. I was going to kill the werewolf. They stopped me from killing the werewolf. What's not to get? A lot. I think she's confused because the quest was to save the villagers from the werewolf. And now it sounds like I saved the werewolf from you. Which I did. Kind of. I also remember you saying you didn't want the quest, Lynn. I didn't. Was there by chance. They were both stealing sheep. Was not. Sure was. Adventuring don't pay what it used to. So you steal other people's sheep? Mind your own business. How did any of this lead to a successful quest? Well, where do I start? How about at the beginning? Right. I was born on a half-crescent dreaming moon of the quest fable. Right, the quest. Traveling there was no trouble. I know enough shortcuts to travel through the Ashen Grove swiftly. I reached the borders of Tregaron right around dusk. The Ashen Grove thins out around there, and you can catch a glimpse of the wide fields and vineyards, as well as see one farm after the other. An idyllic sight, well, at least before sunset. Do you have trouble in the dark? Emotionally? Visually? A little. I mean, I reckon I can still see more than a human could, but darkness is darkness, and I am no owl. Thank God. You're already weird enough. Imagine the damage you'd do if you could turn your head all the way around. Who says I can't? Just kidding. Anyway, luckily darkness doesn't affect my hearing. Not the normal kind. What? Nothing. Okay, I heard a creaking fence and footsteps that were failing at keeping quiet. Your ears are failing at being small. So I stepped closer and saw a werewolf-esque shape picking up a tiny sheep. I was petting it. Well, I thought she was going to eat it, so I summoned up all my courage and I stepped out of the shadows and I said, "Good evening, werewolf, please put down the sheep." I didn't expect them to be entirely in their right mind, of course, but I wanted to be polite. And I thought it might confuse her, and maybe that would help her calm down. It confused me, all right. Who the heck sees a werewolf and the first thing they do is greet them? A polite person. Or an insane one. It worked, didn't it? Because I ain't no werewolf. He wasn't that different. But I'm skipping ahead. To my surprise, instead of a growl, the werewolf, or not werewolf, responded with a what? So the confusion plan had worked, but I hadn't really expected that response. So I said again, "Please put down the sheep." And she asked, "Why?" And I said, "Well, because stealing sheep isn't very nice." And she asked who I was. No, I asked, "Who are you, a guard?" I was about to introduce myself when we heard this blood-curdling howl. It sounded like someone had ripped a hole into the fabric of reality, and then it pierced it with a horrid yell. Please, it was barely a bark. And it made the blood freeze in my veins. I heard panting and heavy footsteps, and I barely dared to turn around. You turned around immediately. And when I did, I stared into the twisted face of a werewolf. yellow gleaming eyes. Gleaming with jaundice. Sharp teeth, giant claws. He looked like he wanted to eat me right up. He did. But before I could beg for mercy, suddenly something rushed past me and lunged at the werewolf. When I regained my composure, Carolyn and the werewolf were on the ground, fighting tooth and nail. And the sheep you were holding? Obviously, I set it down at that point. Good. So you went to Fable's aid? No, that ain't it. I noticed the wolf's flannel rags. They were blue, checkered, and had uneven print. Just like the kind of stuff Uncle Dragon likes to wear, that old... Woohoo. Hey, why can't I say that? What the... That is amazing! Youth protection. The age rating system is quite harsh. I am just... It's brilliant. Anyway, it was dressed like Uncle Dragon, smelled like Uncle Dragon, fought like him too. I was joking when I brought it up before, you know. Haven't seen that old man in years, was hoping about it by joking. That's the only way I can talk about him these days. Because of the feud. Yes. He used to be my favorite uncle, but then he changed. Became irritable and angry, distant. Fought a lot with Uncle Fedor. Cared more about the moon than he did his own family. Eventually he just left, ran away, without a word. Left us and Uncle Fedor behind, worried senseless. Until we found a letter saying not to look for him and all their savings missing. I swore I was gonna kill him if I ever saw him again. Always thought he just couldn't face up to his problems. Turns out his solution was just to get those problems as far away from everyone as possible. Idiot. Did you talk it out with your fists? I tried, but Elfie stopped me. I'm glad they did. How did you figure that out? Well, she was yelling at him. I didn't understand half of it, but I could tell she was angry and hurt. I tried to get their attention by telling them to stop, but they wouldn't listen, so I shot an arrow right next to both of their heads. My aim was a little shaky, so I did end up grazing Mr. Dragon's ear, but it got them to stop for long enough to start listening to me. I threatened them that if they didn't stop to talk, I would shoot them both. I would have never done that, of course. But they must have believed me, because they actually stopped to listen. Looked mighty scary there, little pal. Thank you. I sat them down and did my best to be an insurmountable obstacle between them. If they wanted to fight, they would have to go through me. That sounds rather dangerous. It was. Wouldn't have stopped for them. What? You're the size of a stick. You think you could have stopped two angry wolves? Oh, well, anyway. I used the opportunity to figure out what was going on. And that's how I found about Mr. Dragon and Carolyn and the miscommunication. Feud. The feud, sure. Turns out that after Mr. Dragon was turned, he was too ashamed to admit it. But he couldn't stop the changes and ended up hurting all the people he cared about. That's no excuse, of course. No, it ain't. If we had known, we'd have helped him the best we could. At the very least, would have built a sturdy shed with scratch-proof walls for full moons. I didn't think that would have happened, though. So we decided to fix the problem by leaving, deal with it alone, and so on. That only made it worse. Of course, he was too embarrassed to come back, so he just focused on the whole werewolf thing and not any human things, or bookkin things, so to speak. Trying to find a cure, trying to avoid the moon, trying to find a place to sleep, stealing sheep. That's something they have in common. The sheep? No, the stubbornness and the unwillingness to ask for help. But the sheep too. But they had to talk about it. That silent resentment wasn't good for either of them. And you got them to do that. The little stick is oddly persuasive. Had us talking about it before I even realized I didn't want to. Maybe because you did want to. Maybe. How did it go? Fine, we'll take some time to accept his apology. We'll have to see him change first and apologize to Uncle Fedor and the rest. But it was good to see him again. Guess a hug did feel better than a great sword in his gut. Wonderful. Of course, there's still the problem with the whole werewolf thing. Idiot got so obsessed with the cure he still can barely control himself. We helped him realize that even a cure couldn't change what he'd done. That he has to accept he's different now and learn how to live again. Of course, it won't be easy. No change ever is. I learned that from you. But we have a group of werewolves living near our settlement and a small community that enjoys the company of our warm trees. We play charades with them a lot, and they taught me about the phases of the 7 moons and the secrets of the moon signs. Sounds like a bunch of... It's real. You're a crescent mouse. A crescent mouse. A crescent moose. We introduced Mr. Dragon to them, and they promised they would take him in and help him deal with his lycanthropy. Sounds great. It is. It's a happy ending. I wouldn't call it an ending, rather the beginning of something new. So the end of one adventure is the beginning of another? Exactly. I like that. So, after your heroic therapy session, you two decided to grab a drink together. Got offered to spend the day at the settlement, but they don't serve anything strong enough for my tastes. Plus, Elfie was dying to get back here. Was talking about how they needed to update you on everything nonstop. Would think they live here or something. I had to report back about the quest. I'm glad you did. They also started crafting something with the werewolves. Said something about it being for you and keep. Oh, really? Yeah. It's not finished yet, but I'll let you know, I promise. That wasn't that hard, was it? Well. So, a drink. What can I offer you, Lynn? Surprise me with something that fits my brawn. By which I mean make the usual strength never gets old. Oh, man. I love it. Voila. Surprise. Not bad. You should do this professionally. I'll think about it. Fable, what about you? Do you have something that'll calm me down? Maybe even bring some of my agility back? Like a swift strike back to my senses? I've had a stressful day. Night. Morning. Sequence of events. Oh, goodness. This is so chilling. Kind of like the garden game, but more reading. I agree. I absolutely agree. Dun, dun, dun. Voila! Here you go. And thank you. Wow, this is perfect. You look tired. Have you considered sleep? They do look like they're going to pass out any second. So do you. Maybe sleep is a good idea. Carolyn, do you have a place to sleep? I can sleep anywhere. It's talent. It's depressing. I have a room available. You can stay there. Sounds good. How much? I'll count it as payment for your help with the quest. Fine. Later, Alfie. See you later. Sure. Are you heading home, Fable? Yes, I've been gone for a whole day. I need to get back and make sure everything is still growing correctly. Maybe take a nap first. Yes, that too. Did you enjoy your first quest? I did. It was scary and different from what I expected. And I didn't know I was so good at pretending to be charming. Have you considered that you weren't pretending? You did well, Fable. Thank you. I hope that wasn't my only adventure. I think this is just the beginning. That would be nice. You think I'm going to save the world one day? That's a very tall order. You're right. I'm not cut out for that. I didn't say that. I would just prefer it if the world didn't end. Right. But if it does, you're the first person I'd ask for help. Maybe you should ask Carolyn first, but I'd be happy to be second. We'll see. Let's hope we won't. I like this world, and you have a point. We shouldn't hope for such a calamity. Even if it would make for a good song. Or a sad one. Or both. I'm going to head home now. Do that. I'll stock up on quests for you. I can't wait. See you soon. See you soon. Oh, that's so awesome. This individual. Telling you. Some of those drinking glasses look cool. Oh, I know, right? I like the shape of them. Okay. I'm gonna go feed my animals real quick, and I will be right back. So you keep an eye on, yeah, Mr. McBroody over here. I'll be right back. My own drink. Okay. Good evening to you too. This quest, it wasn't here yesterday. That is correct. That seems dangerous. It is. And mysterious. Sure. Like me. You could be a little less mysterious by telling me your name. Sapir. Great name. Did the wind carry you in? No. My legs. I want that quest. Well, you can have it. Not just literally. Physically. Emotionally. Emotionally? I want to take on that quest. Go to the castle to get the cape. I mean... Yes. Well, no one has gone to the castle yet, so if someone would like to go, they would be welcome to. So you know of the castle? Yes. It seems strange. It is. A vampire lives there. I've heard rumors, whisperings of a strange fiendish woman residing there. What a coincidence. Me too. Has she ever frequented your tavern? No, not recently. But she has. Once. Had a vampire mixer. Interesting. So she was only here. At night? Yes. Would you say she was unnaturally pale? No. She had a lot of makeup on. But below that mask. Sure, yes. Would guess she looks pretty dead below that. What kind of drink did she order? Blood. Interest. You saw blood. Of course. Whose blood? Did you hear about wolves avoiding the castle? Really? All of them? Yes. She has a lot of werewolf traps set up, but all animals seem to steer clear of Merrill Castle. They say its doors are always locked, so nothing can go inside or leave. And anything that tries to merges into her land in one way or another. As a grave, a pile of decorative bones, dirt feeding rotting flowers. They say death clings to her doorstep like an everlasting melody. Sounds like a strange place. Like a tomb for something still alive. Or for a goth. Goth or vampire, she seems to be a thief. It appears so. Do you not sympathize with that? Thievery is an honorable skill, but it must be performed in secret. Or you're not worth the coins you pocket. Also, stealing a man's cape is just plain rude. I suppose. Only thing worse than that is stealing a man's hat. Not if it's cursed. Especially then. Point is, if you can't defend yourself from having your trophies reclaimed, you must live with the consequences. The consequences being you? Exactly. It definitely sounds like you know what you're doing. Of course I do. I am one with the shadows and the wind, gone before they even notice I'm there. So you could easily swipe something else along with the cape, right? Certainly. Gold, gemstones, other treasures, whatever pays the bills. What about some interior decorations? Like what, for example? Just something to pretty up my tavern a little bit. Maybe something useful that also doubles as decoration. Like a chair? Stealing a whole chair sounds a little too ambitious for your first quest with me. I'd prefer something smaller, like a little trinket. My walls are still a bit empty. Wait, you're being serious? Absolutely. A memento that once belonged to an eccentric vampire sounds like a wonderful addition to the tavern. I'll see what I can do. You won't be disappointed. Well then, I trust you to deliver yourself to her doorstep and the cape back to me. Along with a neat little addition to my interior design. Sounds like I'll need a few stamps. Would you like some? No, too traceable. How about a drink then? I could do with one of those. I heard your drinks inspire transformations of great magnitude. Allow you to dip into parts of yourself that you weren't previously aware of. Raise yourself up from your shadow. Say, what do you trade them for? Secrets. Secrets. I have many. Grant me one? I shall. I know this may come as a shock to you, but I was here before, just yesterday. You may not remember because you barely noticed me in the shadows. I was so stealthy, I spent hours just watching you from afar. Starting to fall in love! Austin, welcome back. That is definitely a secret. You cleaned a lot of glasses, served everyone with a smile. You looked so worried after the adorable green one left. Like you thought they might trip straight into a monster's maw. And you're swift with your hands and fast with the knife. Alright, enough secrets. You may have one of my renowned drinks. And some of my renowned infusions. In fact, I just got a fresh shipment today. Was finally able to unpack them. Infusions. Intriguing. What vile magic do you have to offer? For your purposes, I think you could benefit from either some fey crystals or frozen pinecone. The frozen pinecones have absorbed some of nature's icy properties. They can help you form a magical frost barrier that will hurt those trying to harm you. The fey crystals hail straight from Avalon, allegedly. If consumed, they'll turn you invisible, eventually, and for a bit, the duration is a bit unpredictable. I've also got some phoenix chilies, but I don't think those would be very useful for your situation. Interesting. So, what dark depths of yourself are you looking to explore? I fear that Lady Evelyn may be of the undead nature, so I must be strong and vigorous if I want my stake in her heart before her fangs are near my neck. Though that does sound appealing. Strength I can do. And some frost armor should help with the fangs. Or perhaps, a smarter route would be to evade her wrath entirely. To out-stealth her and steal the cape from right under her pale nose. So that she may lie in the shame of having lost against me. I think such an approach would require a certain amount of dexterity, and some invisibility could help with staying unseen should my speed and agility not be enough. Help me with the decision, Innkeep. Your wisdom is no secret, is it? Okay, they might alter the drink in a way where I have to use different ingredients than usual. I should make sure to keep an eye on the coaster shape so that I mix the correct recipe. Maybe I should even try adding an infusion first and adjusting the drink from there. Let's give it a try. Ooh. Start with 2. Starting to want a restraining order? You're falling for another shady roguelike character, huh? Always. Phoenix chilies sound dangerous, they do. I go down hot, cools off, and comes back even hotter. Alright, let's do... Let's do the swift with the fey crystal. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay. All right. Actually, so we're good there. We've already got that. That's it, huh? Oh, because the infusion counts as 1 then. Okay. Fingers crossed. Here you go. A drink that all vampires fear. Garlic breath. Not quite, but that's a good name. May I steal it? You don't ask for permission before you steal something and keep. And it's no longer a clever ruse, but a mere trade. I see. Did you hear about my new drink, the garlic breath? Ha. I made him laugh! I made him laugh! Would they make you throw up by them rising again? Good one. It tastes like, not garlic, but just as fearsome to a vampire. You don't find garlic scary? No. Only the absence of it. That makes two of us. Hopefully this will help me evade her. I'm not prepared for a fight, but I won't need one if my steps are as swift and quiet as the wind. And if she can't see me, goodbye and keep. I would say, pray that the sun will carry me back to you. But my hopes do not lie with the realm keepers, and I shall be damned if they control my fate. Expect to see me again after the next sunfall. If you do not, speak of vengeance. Vengeance makes for an early grave. Or for a good story. Farewell. Or for a bitter end. I love him so much. About time this guy had an emotion. I agree. He reminds me of Max from Critical Role. Okay. Oh, hello, Lynn. I'm taking this quest and a drink. Great. Did you sleep well? What? Sleep. How was it? Ah, fine. Too long. Didn't sleep that much in ages. Sounds like you needed it. No. Your beds are just too comfortable. It was hard to get up. Of course. My apologies. I will make sure to take your feedback into consideration. Would you like a drink as compensation? I think I already said that. Make me something strong that will wake me up and keep me up too. Something strong coming right up. That is strong. Just the right amount of too much. Maybe I should call this drink the Carolyn. No, you shouldn't. Anyway, the quest. Yes, the quest. I'm taking it. And so you said. I see it as my turn to make conversation. I miss Fable. Isn't it a bit too soon for another quest? You just returned. It has been hours since I've done anything, but sleep, chat, and drink. I'm getting antsy. If I sit still for too long, it feels like my bones are disintegrating and I forget who I am. I think that's called boredom. It's torture. That too. Well, boring is not what I would call this quest in the slightest. Stealing from a chimera for a vampire sunscreen. Couldn't get more reckless than that. It could by taking Alfie along. Fair point. Please don't. I won't. So the saliva's for a vampire. Vampire sunscreen. Can't a vampire get their chimera goo themselves? It's a wyvern chimera. Vampires and fire don't mix too well. Also, if everyone just did their own quests, the quest economy would be in shambles. I suppose that'd be terrible for your business. Indeed. Does it bother you that it's for a vampire? No. Does it make you nervous? No. You did mention that you like fangs. Did I mention that I have a great sword 3 times the size of your head? I'm sure a vampire would find that impressive. Ah! Chimera, good to see you! Austin told me to come here, he'd steal my candy! Oh my god. Chimera, how you doing? It's so good to see you. I hope you had a good weekend. Hope you're having a good day. Have you ever encountered a chimera before? No, not a real one. Got me thinking. Ain't it kind of blasphemous to steal from a draconic guardian? Depends. Are you religious? Guess not. Then no. Would it be if I was? Don't think so. Chimeras steal riches all the time, and they were created to be guardians by the protectors of the realms. So, stealing something to protect someone else seems in line with doctrine. Good thing you ain't a priest. You do a piss poor job. Thank you. Is blasphemy what you're most worried about? I ain't worried. Okay. Nervous. I ain't that either. Then what is it? Excitement, I suppose. Excitement? Don't laugh. I'm not laughing. I'm asking. Yes, excitement. I've never encountered a guardian before, and I've always sort of wanted to. Why haven't you? Ain't exactly easy to find one, or to survive one. This seems like a great opportunity for you, then. It is. What's it about guardians? It's less about the guardian and more about what created it. And maybe a little about the chimera. It's got a dragon head, right? Yes, modeled after its creator, I would guess. So let me rephrase that. What is it about dragons and chimeras with dragon heads? They're cool. Also, when I was little, my baba used to tell me bedtime stories about the dragons every night. She was a great adventurer and encountered many of their creations on her journeys. Not sure if it's true, but she always claimed she met each of the realm keepers themselves. Had little keepsakes from them and all. My sword's one of those. Passed it on to me before she left. One day she was just gone. I think she wanted to spend her last moments somewhere else. Like to think she visited one of her dragons one last time. Your family has a leaving problem. At least she left our savings alone. That sword and her stories are all I have left of her. Going on this quest, it almost feels like I'm stepping into a memory of hers. Did she ever tell you about a wyvern chimera? No. Was the only kind she never encountered. And quarrels with those feline ones, different varieties of scales, even a cow one, I think, but never found a wyvern one in all her years. It would have been nice to be able to tell her the story when I return. If I return. I'm sure you will. You can tell the story to me. I don't know if I make for a good baba, but I do enjoy a good tale. I'll think about it. You already got me talking too much. This is you talking too much. So, you like dragons? I do. They're fascinating creatures, very interesting, very magical. They are fascinating and magical. Used to pretend I was one when I was little. Really wanted their magic and their wings. You can just ask them for their magic. Not sure about their wings. I ain't a priest either. Besides, I'm a warrior. Don't do all that magic. Why not? I like my sword and my muscles. They're a good combo. And I don't need to rely on anyone. Not even dragons. A little help never hurt anybody. A little self-reliance don't either. Got out of work at a human hour today. Oh, good. I'm doing pretty great, thank you. Hope all is well here too. Yeah, things are great. Things are going really well. If you say so. Does that mean you don't want a drink to pep you up, Lynn? Didn't say that. I see. That doesn't count as help. It's payment. It's prepayment for me taking on your quest. Sure. You'll be happy to hear I have some incredible infusions to offer that could greatly help with your quest. Nah, that sounds unnecessarily complicated. Let's keep it simple. Alright, what can I get you then? I reckon a little bit of a boost for this body couldn't hurt. Heard they're quick and toothy, so I'll need to be too hardy for its bite. Some defense might come in handy. Or something for the brain. Baba talked quite a lot about how much they enjoy a good ruse. Maybe I can outsmart it with the right play. But I need some intelligence for that. Won't be risking it all on a bad idea. Are you sure you don't want any infusions? Just a little bit of a phoenix chili would make you fire resistant. That could be very useful in a fight. Dragons, you're stubborn. Sure, I'll try one. And on the topic of trickery, no, one is enough. Either you mix defense with your weird chilies, or you go heavy on the intelligence. Don't need any more of your fancy tricks. I don't care which one you pick. That's your job. Figure it out. Goddamn, Lynn! You're eating toast? Wish you luck? Well, good luck. Hopefully everything goes okay. What's wrong with the toast? Mouse has just been anxious all day, so their stomach... They're worried about eating. Alright, what do we want to do? Let's go with the infusion, I think. Yep. People want that. We got that. Fingers crossed. Hold on, let's take a look at some stuff here. Okay, so we're getting those done. So these two go together. You're just chilling. Okay. Alright, let's take a look here. Okay, it's up here. Air Echo 25, He, They, Rogue, Themis, Chaotic, Good, Arcana, the Moon. I love it. Sapir is a difficult character, to say the least. They're so caught up in their own fantasies of an edgy rogue that they seem to be stuck talking or brooding. Like one too. He likes all things dangerous and mysterious, or at least he pretends he does. Very fun. Alright, here we go. Figured it out. Thanks. Feeling tougher already, and dangerously close to catching fire myself. I think I could almost take on a dragon like this. Let's stay grounded. How urgent is the sunscreen? Pretty urgent. Sun tends to not take a break, even for vampires. Maybe you should sunbathe less then. That might solve its problems. Might. But when has an easy solution ever been fun? Good point. I'll see what I can do. Maybe they got some mice in that mangrove. Good luck. Won't be needing it. I'll be waiting to hear of your exploits upon your return. Alright. 4. Starlight Sonata, 60th of the Wake. Ew! Hey, Innkeep. Hey, Chrissy. Long time no see. So true. I've been pretty busy. This hatching season. A lot to do. Yeah, the birds seem to be in a slight uproar, like something is amiss. I just can't figure out what. Animals often have a sixth sense, you know? They do, indeed. Anyways, hand over a drink, will you? Of course. What'll it be this time? Something for the wits again? You know me well. Too well, I guess. Oh, that's the curse of being a regular. Eventually, I'll have you all figured out. I hate to disappoint you, but you're wrong today. Am I now? Yes, I'm quite confident in the capabilities of my mind and wits. Of course. So, what I'll need instead is something to protect me from weather or foe, so I'm steeled for any situation. That makes sense. I'll see what I can do. Chrissy's so cute! Hi, Topher! I am an elf today. I am an elf. Am's an elf. Alright, what do we got here? Looks like Frosted Lagoon it is. Bam, bam, bam. Liquid steel, just a bit more digestible. This is exactly what I need for my trip. Where are you headed anyways? To the island of Boreas. I want to reconnect with some friends at the annual Borean Art Convention. Isn't Boreas difficult to reach? Not exactly a place known for its population. The convention is especially for creatures, like sylvan spirits, trolls, and the like. They'll also be electing the scariest monster for the next issue of Screech, Mag-Azine. That sounds exciting. It'll be a sight to behold for sure. But do you know what I'm most excited about? Nymphs? No. They're pretty, don't get me wrong, but definitely not the reason why I'm going to Boreas. That'd be Fable's reason. You're so right. If you do happen to meet a nymph, greet them for me? Sure. Now that we know what I'd be excited for, how about you? Geysers and hot springs, especially around this time of year, when the mornings are still a bit chilly. When the sun tickles the sky on the horizon. That sounds lovely. I'm sure those things will be nice muses too. I bet. I'm bringing an extra set of paints this time so I don't run out again. I mean, Fable taught me how to make some from flowers and berries, but Borean flora is unsuitable for things like that. Seems like you're well prepared either way. Absolutely. How are the birds doing apart from being in distress? Well, The cinnamon green-cheeked conures are growing up to be such a lovely bunch. I can't wait to release them back into the wild once they're strong enough. With your care, they'll be ready in a heartbeat. I'm guessing you're taking Ruby and Marilyn along to the convention. Of course. As for the others, I obviously can't take them with me. But I asked Fable to look after everyone. In exchange, I'll teach them how to grow zucchini. Speaking of which, I wanted to leave my keys under the doormat. Sorry for the short stay, but I gotta hurry or else I'll miss my boat. It's quite the walk to their treehouse. You don't want to have to compensate me for that, do you? I wouldn't mind, but I also don't want you to be late to your convention. Well then, so long and see you soon. Oh, I liked Chrissy! I liked Chrissy a lot! Mabel! Good evening! Good evening, Fable. Did you have a good day? I did. I visited Mr. Dragon and the other werewolves. Told them about Carolyn's quest and the Wyvern Chimera. Oh, so you heard about that. She told me before she left, in case she told me some things to pass on to Mr. Dragon that I can't repeat here. I think she's happy he's back. I think so too. Did you have tea with the werewolves? Of course! We had a grand time together. I mentioned how much fun I had with the moon signs. So they taught me more about the stars and their hidden meanings. Which stars? Both sets. They specialize in Cassiopeia. You know, the night sky constellations on the astral plane and all. But they have one astrologer who knows a lot about the reflections in the pools of primordial sea. And she promised to teach me about that too. I can't wait to learn about how the sea mirrors echoes and distorts the constellations. That's how she pitched it. Exciting, right? Very. That's what I thought. So well, what is it, Fable? I may or may not have finished that little gift I was talking about yesterday. Or rather, that Carolyn was talking about. You know, the little keepsake from my time with the werewolves. Yes, I recall. A reminder of my very first successful quest. I just didn't know if you... I like trinkets. Oh! What is it? It's a piece of embroidery of a constellation. The werewolves taught me how to do it. While the astrologer told us stories and myths about the stars and their twin reflections, I imagine it to be a constellation from a faraway realm. I call it the Little Dipper. It does look a bit like the Little Dipper, using a lot of imagination. Who knows? Maybe there's a world out there with this exact configuration of stars in the night sky. There might be. Maybe the Little Dipper is part of a larger constellation. A bear, for example. A bear? Innkeep, I think you might be the one dreaming something up now. Most likely. Are you fond of the stars surrounding us? I do like to watch them from time to time. Oh, really? Do you prefer the stars of the astral or the primordial sea? The astral sea. Really? That's surprising. Then again, you do help people change, just like Cassiopeia. You'll have to give me your birth data soon, so I can calculate your birth chart. If that's okay with you, of course. It is. I'll write it all down for you. That's great, thank you. I think you may be a double jackdaw, are you? We'll see. We will. Until then, care for a drink to wind down? Or something more zesty, perhaps? A drink, please. I think I've figured out how to make my own zest. Happy to hear that, Fable. But drinks, not sure how to make those just yet, especially those with the right balance. I'll still have to make the rounds around the grove later. So could you make me something that will keep me awake and agile? Do you think you know me well enough to guess what I might need? I'm already on it. Thank you. One moment. All right. Here we go. Per we go. Per usual. Need to take care of some things post work. Chimeri, thank you for the look and thanks for stopping in. I always appreciate it and it's always wonderful to see you. Fuck primordial shit, Grybo. Goddamn. It really is hitting that cozy vibe. Watching, listening has been helping my brain. Oh, good. It's gonna be awesome in a couple weeks when this comes out. Let's see. Fable's finally getting zesty. Let's see. Austin, thank you for gifting a sub to Chimeri. I appreciate it. Let me get you added to the thing here. Perfect. Thank you so much again. Voila. Here. Thank you. This is delicious. You always know what I need. I think you may also need a break, so maybe stay a while before heading back. That sounds like a good idea. I'll just idle here a bit if that's okay. Always. Enjoy your rest, Fable. Thank you. Greetings, Innkeep. Greetings, Kyle. Greetings, Green Creature. Greetings, Mr. Vampire. Oh, how polite. Are you enjoying your drink? I am, thank you. Then I shall leave you to its inspiring aftertaste. Innkeep, say, did you move your inn by any chance? It took me hours to find it. I did not. Are you sure? I believe new alleyways may have formed themselves around your establishment, with winding paths and dark corners. Anything could be hiding within them. Like a vampire? No, silly snack. I don't need to hide. Except during games of hide and seek. I'm very good at those. Maybe the inn wanted to play around with you. Mayhaps, but it underestimated my skill. As a 3-time hide-and-seek world champion, I would never lose to such a youngling of an inn. It's not that young. The wood isn't even rotting yet, dear Innkeep. It still has many eons ahead of it. I like the sound of that. As a celebration of a match well won, may I offer you a drink? Yes, I think that would be well-deserved. Has that delicious blood of yours made it into the menu yet? Not yet. Shame. Then I shall have some of that faux blood again, please. It does make my bones feel more sturdy. Coming right up. The fact that I naturally try to like come up with different voice styles for each of these characters is so much fun. I'm not the best voice actor, but it's fun. I can't just have the same tone with each individual. It literally hurts my brain. Sturdy bones. I'm a 5-time champion. He's so polite about it, like he's asking for permission to drink your blood. Yeah, literally. Exactly. Man, I will say though, if I keep trying to do these character voices, trying to remember how to do like 18 plus voices when the release comes, when it gets fully released, that's gonna be insane. That's gonna be a challenge in itself. Oh, man. He probably won't even kill you either. He'd actually feel bad, probably. Practicing for that game you plan to make. True, because yes, I do plan on voice acting in my own video game, but I would love to... I would love to voice act in general for video games. That's like been on... That's been a big goal of mine for a very long time. It's okay, your voice acting is top tier. It's mid. But thank you. Hell yeah, Grybo. Good thing for this being a VOD. True. True. Although I think I kind of like will be able to remember how I did their voices. So far there's only been, what, 6 characters? 6, 7 characters? Making all the drinks indeed. This is so much fun. Can't wait to voice act these characters when it comes out. I need to break the rust off my Dungeon Master voice acting muscle. Hell yeah! Wish I could voice act. It's just, like, I guess, when you read a book and you have different characters, like, for me, when I think about how their voices sound, like, they're just different in my head automatically. So I kind of just portray that when I'm reading out loud when it comes to different characters. I don't know. You could definitely voice act. It's just a matter of changing the tone of your voice and your expression. So I guess how I see it is I think about the way that I talk to people. You know, you read the room, how the conversation's going, how the energy is. So yeah, just think of you are having a conversation with somebody. So like for me as the innkeeper, I am talking as myself. So how I'm talking to you guys right now is how my voice is as the innkeeper. But then when it comes to different people, you can gauge their personality. And, you know, if you want their voice to be a little bit more edgy, if you want their voice to be a little bit softer, higher pitch, lower pitch, if you want them to be, you know, very exaggerated, like that's how I am using Kyle. Like, he's a vampire. I'm channeling my inner Astarion a little bit with him because that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. And then with Fable, Fable's very anxious, bubbly but anxious. And then Lynn is very just like I don't know, just to the point, I guess, in a way. You can't, it's just something to play with, but it's so much fun. I'm also planning on making a game. Just gotta keep watching those Unreal Engine 5 tutorials. Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. So many people I know are wanting to make a game or are making a game. It's really cool. I'll be Kyle or whatever the fuck his name is. I've only been watching for like 2 minutes. He's clearly Astarion, 100%. Always seem to be monotone, or whatever people call it. They always think I'm upset. I have a very monotone voice. I remember, you know, we had this conversation a long time ago. I actually hate my voice very much because of how monotoned it is. Like certain things I can be very expressionate, but for the most part it's very flatlined. And it's a lot lower. I don't have a feminine voice by any means. At least I don't think I do. Which is why I also usually have a hard time like listening to myself when I rewatch videos and whatnot, because I'm like, bleh. My voice just doesn't sound like I can do different voices. It's a matter of practice. It really is just a matter of practice and being comfortable with, or I guess not necessarily being comfortable, but trying to change your voice in different manners. I guess one way to go about it is if you can learn to do different accents, then that is going to be, because when you learn different accents, that automatically just changes your voice from its original sound. Fun fact, that's the autism that I would not be able to voice act because I don't change it and I don't put emotions into talking. But the thing is like you can. Like you could if you practiced. Like, I 100% believe that you could do that. That you could voice act if you practiced. Like, I think the autism would make it harder for you, but I can't imagine that it is 100% preventing you from being able to alter your voice. Because it's literally just it's a form of acting, which is practiced. Robin Williams is my role model when it comes to my voices. Robin Williams is phenomenal. People get upset with me because, especially if they tell me about something bad, I don't sound empathetic enough for them and they think I don't care. But I'm actually dying inside and very upset about whatever happened. That happens with me sometimes too. But people getting upset, I mean, I don't know. I literally sit in my car and talk to myself with conversations to practice my voices. That's good. Why did I read that as you shit in your car? Oh no. Some faux blood for your bones. Enjoy. Ah, this is perfect innkeep. The only thing that could make me happier would be a drink lovingly titled The Innkeeper's Vein. Keep dreaming, Count Dracula. Speaking of dreams, how is the retrieval of my cape coming along? Swimmingly. Well, actually, I think there's very little water involved. I wouldn't be so sure. My dear Evelyn has a beautiful pond filled with long-toothed spine guppies in her courtyard. It's her pride and joy. I would hope no one is swimming in that. But I have sent someone on your quest. I'm sure he'll return soon, and you and your cape will be reunited. Marvelous! Speaking of inseparable teams, where's Rhea? Oh, she's taken the day off. She demanded vacation time, so I said she could choose any day, and she chose today. I was going to also take a day off and spend her vacation with her, but when I wanted to follow her to the market, my sleeve caught on fire, and my hand in my hair. So I was forced to stay back due to my allergies. The weeping amaryllis pollen is very bad this time of year. And the sun? The sun is also bad for vampires. It is. Yes. Right. I need sunscreen. It's in the works. Did you get to see the market later? I did. It was beautiful, colorful, and full of music that would make anyone's heart dance. But I couldn't find Rhea anywhere, so I felt a little lonely. Luckily, I managed to make a new friend in no time. Very tall and brooding, just how I like them. I inquired if I could try on his dark armor of swirling shadow and onyx bone, but he said if I tried to take it from him, he would turn me into ash. What a jokester. Dark armor of swirling shadow and onyx bone. Yes, a true connoisseur of fashion. He's just visiting, he said. Had some great crepe recommendations. Plum crepes with ash sprinkles. Yes, they tasted deliciously dead. I see. I hope you enjoyed your evening together. We did, though I feel like he asked something of me. I promised I would remember. Perhaps he wanted my cape? Many people want my cape. Perhaps. But I would have never agreed to that. It is my cape after all. Maybe he wanted my pasca recipe. Is it good? Very much so. Then I'd like it as well. Oh, yes, you. Me. He asked me about you. Me? Yes. Said he's an old friend of yours. He was very curious about how your inn is doing. He sang your praises, of course, so he asked me to deliver you greetings. And congratulations on the well-run establishment. How did he phrase it? Deliver my congratulations on the faux peace your precious innkeep has found in her house of denial. Very poetic, if you ask me. Very. If only I could remember his name. Does my description of him ring any bells for you? No, I'm afraid not. Too bad. Must be an old childhood friend. Maybe you went to school together. I heard many friendships are formed in such halls. Maybe. Do you want to tell me more about your time at the market? Most certainly. I found the loveliest trinkets. Like a little stuffed bear with a tiny raincoat and a crescent elder moon necklace. I found a gorgeous sun charm as well. I bought it for Rhea as a welcome back from vacation gift. That's very sweet. Your friend bought a delightful raven figurine with eyes of starlight. Please don't call him that. We should never deny our friends, even if we don't remember them. I don't remember any of my friends. Alas, I still love them, even if their memory lives on only in my heart. Anyhow, he said it was a gift to himself to celebrate the dawning of the month of the astral moon. Oh, I love Cassiopeia so dearly. She is the most beautiful month, is she not? A haven of starlight reflected in the primordial sea below. Only once a year is she this close to us, and only then for a short period of time. To me, she is the harbinger of yearning and of change. I wonder how we'll change this month. I hope to be more capable and sunscreened by the end of it. Maybe even a little less alone. What about you? I like the way I am, but I wouldn't say no to stocking up on more ingredients. Ah, the refusal to change is dangerous, Innkeeper. Change always comes to those who deny it the most. By the end of the astral moon, we shall no longer be who we once were. That sounds like a threat. By no means. Maybe it promises mourning. Maybe celebration also, could it not? For example, my dear Rhea hated vampires when she met me, and now she likes me. True change can occur before the stars change, it seems. You are hard to dislike. Oh, how sweet of you. As sweet as my blood. I have a lot of it. I would hope you do. And it runs warm when people are kind to me. In all my millennia, kindness has always made me the happiest. There's nothing greater than friendship, don't you agree? And nothing more fragile. That makes it all the more precious. Fable is just chilling there like, okay. That reminds me, I forgot a crucial part of the message. Our dear friend Stranger told me that he would like to see you again. He said, what was it? Don't think too hard about it. Ah, of course, the letter. The letter? The polite young man gave me a letter to deliver to you. What a sweet gesture. I shall pass it on to you forthwith. Thank you. Are you not going to open it? No. I don't think now's the right time for a letter. Not enough moonlight. But wouldn't it be kind of romantic? Longingly dwelling in the memories of a friend. It would go so well with the fireworks. What fireworks? I have no clue. He said he hopes you'll enjoy them. Fireworks! Doesn't that sound lovely? I hope they aren't part of a private event. I think that would be difficult to do with fireworks. I don't mean to interrupt, but... What is it, little fawn? Look outside? I think the fireworks have started. Oh, how beautiful! They're falling from the sky. Hello, little fireworks. Sparkle on! Those aren't fireworks. They're stars. Ah! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Ooh. All right, 5. Picking up the pieces. First of the astral moon. Let's see. Hold on. Y'all are saying so much. House should open up a blood donation center for people to donate to vampires. Rala had a goblin with a very weird voice, so it was fun bouncing from that voice to my voices. I'm still waiting for the campaign my newest character is gonna be in. Robo Willy Wonka. Ukulele, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. You ever played the ukulele? I asked my dad if we can fix my hair soon. All he sent was, what does that mean? Just absorbing everything. That'd be me. Dwama, I know. Like, who wants to? What friend do I have? Look, I'm already crushing on someone. I don't need this mysterious friend to come and ruin shit. I'm glad the inn wasn't severely damaged by the falling stars, though it did take me nearly the whole day to finish all those little repairs. The building might still look a little battered, but could be worse. Hopefully none of my customers got hurt yesterday. It's not much, but I should surprise them with a new drink on the menu. That way whoever comes in can get at least a small taste of normalcy. I think that sounds like a good plan. New drink! New drink! New character! Innkeeper. Jade. Didn't think you'd show up again after last time. No hard feelings. Remind me again who started that whole brawl. Ah, no clue actually. Must have slipped my mind. Would a drink help you remember? If I wanted to chat about it, maybe. But you know how much the remnants of the past bore me. Then let's focus on the present. Let's. I didn't come all this way to revel in old times after all. Although, I brought you something I knew you'd find useful. Just in case you did remember who started the brawl. Oh, this is interesting. Let me see. It's some Thunder Sage. Found it on one of my jobs, but didn't have any use for it. Just don't try to boil tea out of its leaves. Tastes dreadful. Numbs your tongue. You seem to be speaking from experience. Your tavern seems to be getting in on years. Seems like nothing can escape the grip of time. Wasn't even sure if it was still open. Is it that bad? I guess some would say age adds character. And what would you say? I'd say you've gone old. Ouch. Oh, don't take it too personally. You've still got some of the old spark? Ish. That's at least something. Not the brightest flames, but funky enough. Thank you. Now, I'd actually like to try one of your fiery drinks. What can I serve you? Something that'll quicken my reflexes. Gotcha. I don't know why I gave her that kind of accent. I don't even know what kind of accent I'm using. Probably just one of my own creation, but it suits her so well. Oh, shit. Alright, what does she want? Swift Strike. Man, I'm really not gonna remember how to speak for all of my characters. I love backstories of characters, so when I give it my full attention and I read it, hell yeah. No actual sparks, but perhaps something sparkling. It's not pre-order yet for Switch. That's how I did voices too, just pulled a random voice out of my butt. Literally. Now that's what you call a drink. Maybe you haven't gotten on in years so much after all. Well, some things never wither. What are you doing in the Zenith these days? Oh no. Hold up. Keeping up to date, checking out the latest town gossip after my most recent gig. Your most recent gig. I finished up a job in the Sai Plains. A sandworm kept terrorizing a group of seawool merchants at the edge of the plains. I myself am very fond of those creatures. They just mind their own business, but sometimes you gotta eat. But you know how it is. Something's gotta pay the bills after all. So I took the gig. It was a cushy job, though I still managed to get sand between my teeth. Luckily, it was only a sandworm and not one of those mimics that pretend to be part of the local fauna, and snap. Gone you are. Anyway, I also heard about some unrest in Zoford from one of the local merchants and decided to go take a look. Zoford? The seaport? Yeah. Always considered it a rather calm area. It was. It still is, sometimes at least. Initially, I thought the unrest was related to the local thieves guild. So I went there to deal with some bandits, look at their most wanted list, and cash out. There was no real challenge though, so I didn't pick anything up. Other than a few whispers at the marketplace, that is. Something about some archmage's familiar that went missing or whatever. Perhaps a job for you. I'm not a welfare association. Like, what do I care about missing familiars if no one's going to pay me, you know? Of course. I was way more interested in hearing more about the undead on the other side of the country than my colleagues were mumbling about. So I came here, and naturally I couldn't resist coming by to see how you were holding up. I'm doing very well, thank you. Well, that's good news, especially considering the state of your tavern. It's not that bad. Sure. Whatever you say. So, do you know anything about those undead? Not really. I've been a bit occupied with cleaning up this mess. I see her being my bestie 10,000%. The voice you made is like almost British, but not, and sort of fancy. Just a smidgen. Just a smidgen. I like it. It suits her, in my opinion. The tavern was just a tad affected by some recent incidents. What do you mean? The shooting stars. Who the? Oh, shit. Oh, another voice. Oh, okay. Hold up. All right. How do I want to do this? I can't keep up with all these voices. I feel like I'm running out of voices in my head. Shit. Oh, no! Okay, how do I do this? How do I want to go about this? I really don't know. Oh no. Okay, so she's like a knight. She looks like she's gonna have an attitude problem. She's blonde. Okay. There's a Critical Role character that comes to mind. Which one? Not that I'm gonna know it. Starting to feel dizzy and sick. Are you laying down at all? Have you eaten or drank anything? Do I want to make her voice higher or lower? But you don't know her. Either Kima or Pike. Leaning Kima. I did. I ate sweet potato casserole. Okay. I don't know what voice. Slightly gruff, slightly aggressive with a sweet tone. That's kind of what I was like thinking, but how do I want to go about like with it? Slightly gruff, For lady voice, yeah. Sweet tone, slightly aggressive. Like, they need to not add more characters for me during this demo because I'm not going to be able to keep up. Because this is going to be really fucking hard when this game comes out. Okay. Like, I want... I think I'm gonna go higher with her. I think. Shooting stars. It's much more serious than that. Innkeeper, a drink, please. Perhaps something to boost my defenses. That's so annoying. I'll have to be equipped for every possible situation after this kind of morning. I can't. I'm not going to remember how to do it. Oh, shit. Coming Okay. Alright, we got this. It's fine. Oh, I love it. I love it here. Alright, now I just gotta remember it now that I laughed so much. I mean, it suits her, kind of. Alright. Man, I have 3 voices that I have to do right now. One with an accent, then there's my voice. Easy. Okay, alright. Mr. Complicated Eye. Are you listening to all this? Okay. Alright, center myself. Please enjoy. Like dragon scales, sturdy, strong. Flawless. I'm glad I could impress. You have no idea how much this catastrophe has affected the poor citizens of Zenith. And my day off. I can only imagine what scars it must have left on the rest of the country. I mean, if some stall rain managed to affect not only the tavern, but also the whole city, it must have been pretty bad. Speaking of which, I'd be happy to help you fix this place up. If the money's right, of course. No, thank you. I'm closing up early today and tomorrow to take care of things. Alright, Chief. The offer stands. What? You don't really believe it was just shooting stars, do you? What else would it have been? Have you not seen the damage? Last time I checked, shooting stars were flaming comets traveling through the firmament of Cassiopeia. Sometimes they crash on Gaia. Rarely, but it happens. Nothing I wouldn't worry about. Just an average Genesis for me. Cassiopeia, help me. What? Do you know something I don't? Perhaps. Oh, do enlighten me, please. Well, it seems you're not aware of who you're talking to. Nope. My name is what in the what? I'm gonna say Alethea. Okay, we're going with Alethea. Alethea! My name is Alethea Anwar. I'm a devotee of the great dragon Cassiopeia, bringer of change and lady of the Gilded Sea. I fight for those that cannot fight for themselves, bring justice to those who would bring doom. And I am very aware of when something is wrong with the firmament. Cool. Pleasure to meet you, Alethea. Oh, shit. I couldn't use voice mod? God, that I would have to come up with 18 different voices for them. I could try. I certainly could try. Hamster voice and character. There are a lot of AI voice mods on voice mod. I could try. I could definitely try. It's not a bad idea. Not me laughing at my car. But using your voice box is a lot of fun. It is. It's also very good practice for voice acting in the future, obviously. Plus, you're partnered with them. True. True. I mean, that's not a bad idea, is using voice mod for at least some character, or like a lot of characters. Like, I could use my voice for Jade, because doing the accent's kind of fun. Obviously, I've got my own voice. Fable, I kind of have hands down. Lynn, I could do one for. Rhea, I could. I love voicing Kyle. I could change my voice for, Zapier. And then our friend that was in earlier, she was really cool. Okay, anywho. Now, trust me when I tell you, this was more than just your average asteroid shower. I'm bad at trusting strangers, but go ahead. I believe something way worse happened. What? I know the stars fell from the sky. Literally. Usually, I reside in the Aperture. It's a temple in the far northeast dedicated to Cassiopeia. But for my niece's birthday, I decided to take a few days off and visit her, to take her to the carnival on the outskirts of Zenith. We were just on our way back, but suddenly, right above us, the sky was ablaze with millions of stars raining down on Gaia. I'm very attuned to the realm of Cassiopeia, the harbor of all luminaries of the firmament. Just say astral realm. I wouldn't do the place justice, but what would you know? It's vast and yet so full of beauty. It's an ocean with a glistening surface, home to creatures beyond our comprehension. It's the theological term for it. Anyways, I noticed something was off the moment it happened, perhaps even a tad beforehand. Like the feeling of impending doom, when all the hairs on your neck stand up and you know there's a creature lurking somewhere in the shadows. Exactly. Which is why, Innkeep, I came here right after fulfilling my duties this morning. So many were hurt. It's a matter close to my heart, figuring out what happened. After inquiring with those affected, many referred to you in your tavern. If anyone had any intel, it'd be you, they said. They did. Yes. I'm sorry to disappoint, but I imagine I know even less than you do. I was hoping to find some clues, at least to help me start with my investigation. Well, she could ask around for you, I'm sure. Would you do that? I can certainly try. Good. In the meantime, I shall do what I do best. Aid those in need. And perhaps find out more about this disaster. Jade's like, I'm over this shit. What? What? Why are you so nonchalant about all of this? Things like this happen all the time, and people like you fix them. Thus, not my problem. People like me are the reason people like you can continue living like that. I didn't ask for any help. There will be a time when you do ask for help, and then you will be happy there are people like me. Sure. These two are like polar opposites. I'm curious how many times you can replay this game and get different situations and dialogues. Right? Because you've got, like, you know, sometimes you'll have a few options pop up. Just wanted to check anywhere you're done or planning on going on for, I should be almost done, yeah. I should be almost done. Before I forget, Innkeeper. Yes, Alethea. I will help you fix up your tavern, free of charge. Not necessary, but thank you for the offer. Well, if you don't need my help, I know many around that do. So I'll be going. Maybe we'll know more about all this when I return. How dramatic. Isn't it normal for divine devotees to act like that in times of crisis? Not sure if I call this a crisis. Sure, if it's like she said and the literal stars fell from the literal sky, then yeah, that's odd. But then again, I'm sure Cassiopeia would have stopped it from happening if she wanted to. Are you religious? No. But I don't deny the dragon's existence. Which means I'm more confident in saying that if they want to be worshipped, they should work for it. We all work for something. I work to get paid. You work to get paid. And they just get paid without working. I agree. It does sound a little unfair. Plenty. Which is why it's even more important that we take care of things here on Gaia. Oh god! Oh no! I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even know. I like don't know. Making a bagel? Is that Augustus from Willy Wonka? I don't even know what it is. Make him German? I cannot do a German accent by no, my life could not depend on that. Oh shit. Deep voice? He doesn't seem like he would necessarily have a deep voice. When I picture him as the fucking storekeeper from Frozen. Yoo-hoo! Big summer blowout. Autumn, good to see you. I hope you're having a good day. I don't know how I'm gonna like imitate that voice. Hold on. Okay. Heyo. Oh, it's gonna be so fun. Greetings, adventurer. Who, me? No. Oh no. You're the only one who entered my tavern, no? Yeah, but in what way do I look like an adventurer? I can't do it. I can't hold it. I can't hold it! That's gonna be hard. Doing pretty wonderful. Thank you for asking. Of course! Had a good weekend. Picked up my car today. Oh, good, good. Officially driving my own vehicle once again. I love that. Hold, push yourself. Okay. Alright, let's see. Okay, holding that is gonna be very, very difficult. Yeah, but in what way do I look like an adventurer? I'm gonna have to give him an accent. That's just her standard greeting. Budget couldn't cover any more, I suppose. I have a wide variety of greetings. Mm-hmm. That makes you feel better. Hit me and keep. I can't. It's hard. Give me something from your repertoire of greetings. That sounds terrible. That's a horrible voice. That is a horrible voice. Ayo, bro. Cringe fail. That's why I said German. I can't do the German accent. I wish I could do my French accent. But there's no way I could do that. I don't know. This is hard. Cringe fail. No, that's horrible. Voice mod time. Yeah, but having to bounce back between my voice mod and stuff would be kind of a pain in the dick. I'll figure it out. Didn't you greet me like that? It's different when I do it. Maybe it's just a big kid. I don't know. Yeah, the whole demeanor revolves around cringe. Yeah, exact. Wait, what? Who even are you? Jade. You? Iniko. I don't like that voice. I'm gonna have to change it. Iniko. Iniko, what do you sound like? Carl Weezer. No, I can't even do Carl's voice. Like a Gen Z teen. I like, he does look like a big kid. Cool name. Nasally voice is what I feel. I agree, but I can't do the nasally voice that well. Fuck. Cool name. Cool name, Jade. No, absolutely fucking not. Not that much of a kid. Ugh. Oh my god, he does have cat fingers. What in the world is that? What is happening? Austin joins the game. Yeah, I need someone to act this character. Cool name, Jade. Can I steal it? Oh, fuck. What? What? I'd prefer it if no one stole anything. Drinks. Got it. Can I have a drink then? If I can't have your name? Of course. What do you want? What do you have? Everything. What do you need most right now? Something that'll make me more swift and agile. Like a slippery worm. Can't risk getting caught after all. What? What? Worms can be slippery. That wasn't... Never mind. A slippery worm coming right up. Oh, man. I like low-key hate myself. Recipes. Alright, let's see.
Woot woot.
Renoa, thank you for the sub. Happy 22 months. I hope you're having a good day. Happy Monday. Add that to there. Remember the guy from Benchwarmers who hides from the sun? That's now his voice for me. That's funny. I don't like the cat fingers. It's different, right? I love you. Oh, thanks for stopping in. And thank you again for the sub. Happy 22 months. Anxious, nerdy, slightly quiet in a way. Super shy. Yeah, that's how. Now his voice. Forget German. I'm excited to hear people's voices for their characters if they choose to do them. I'll have to go over all of those. Thunder Sage. Thunder Sage has invigorating and inspiring properties. It was synthetically created by mages from the harbor city Zoford. That inspiration grants you the ability to extraordinarily motivate other people or persuade them to tell the truth. There's slight unrest in Zoford. Rumor has it Archmage is looking for their familiar, went missing. Suspect who last night left a mark on Pessoa. Not everyone agrees, but a cleric of Cassiopeia claims it was something seriously sinister. Strangers come to town. He likes plum grapes and spooky armor. Sounds fantastic. Alright, what do we got here? So ready for this game? I know. It's magical as hell. And dude's like, I haven't been fed in forever. No worms, but perhaps it'll still suit your tastes. Oh wow, this is great. Amazing even. Where did you learn this craft? In the primordial vortex? Don't look at me like that, I'm just joking. You aren't from here, are you? Who, me? Who else? Is that how you say sorry? Corey? What? Is that thing on your shoulder? Bingo! It's short for corruption. Ah. No. I meant you. Well, I'm nowhere, anywhere, and everywhere all at once. But most of me is from Avalon. Oh, an Avalonian. Native born or by ancestry? Native, duh. Huh, that's interesting. I find it pretty lame, to be honest. There's nothing going on over there. Everyone's the same. And you think it's different here on Gaia? Yeah, I mean, not really, but I can go anywhere I like. Barely anyone knows me here. Theft, identity fraud. All's goody. Goody with me because I can be someone else tomorrow. In Avalon, they all see through that game very quickly. I see. Changeling then? Yes, and I say so out of trust. Just kidding. If you tell anyone, I'll come for you. Fret not. What happens in the tavern stays in the tavern. Then we're cool. Cool. So, what brings you here, Nico? This and that, you know. Zenith seemed like a cool town with a cool name. Got distracted by that giant hog in your front yard and thought I'd come in and say hi. That would be mine. Cool! I don't do mounts, I'm faster on foot. That way I can admire the landscape, take U-turns through narrow spaces, pickpocket. And did you admire the wrecked ruin that was once Zenith? I mean, I love chaos, so... Is that bad? Do you ever leave this tavern in Cape? The city looks like a broken mirror. You bet it does. Looks like a star hit the center of Zenith and... Boom! Yup. Oh? But there's nothing we can do about it. Exactly. Someone will fix it. And that someone's not me. Ha! Me neither. Doing these different voices is making my head spin. That's, what if no one fixes it? So what? Then it stays broken. The Aether Tree won't tumble just because some stars fell from the sky. I'm sure some egomaniac is already on their way to fix it. Need to get my hands dirty. Ditto. Isn't that a bit bleak? Why even bother? There's always someone who fixes everything. And if not, then it ain't bothering anyone enough. Which means it isn't a problem. Exactly. I know Jade is a mercenary, but say, Nico, you aren't exactly a traditional adventurer either, huh? Ugh, no way. Their self-righteousness and self-sacrificial hero complexes ain't my vibe. I wouldn't say all adventurers are like that. Name one adventurer that didn't die from self-sacrificial tendencies. I knew one, but they perished thanks to their hubris. Another classic. Reminds me of the group I met last week in Ereve. They were nice, but too nice, you know? I know exactly what you mean. Were they also on their way to investigate the falling stars? Nah, they were heading somewhere north. Didn't really listen, didn't care. But I was nice to them too, you know? Charmed some rations out of them when they prepared breakfast at their camp. Sat around the campfire drinking tea, munching on bread and bacon. One of them was a wizard, I believe. Full-on robes and magic type of guy. Kept going on about how Leviathan was sending bad omens to the bottom of his teacup. Leviathan? Huh? Why him? Dunno. Was he trying to warn you about his sister's demise? His sister? Cassiopeia. Ah, right, sorry. Mythology isn't really my cup of tea. What is your cup of tea? Fraud. Checks out. So, Leviathan warned him via his tea leaves about the start of something terrible. Tattered wings tainting the gilded sea and dark shades of misery. leaving behind nothing but a shimmering void. That's exactly what he said. How'd you know? I think I read that somewhere before. Did you also read about the blazing eruption at the foot of the Dalwell Hills? No, but I heard about that when I was in Zilford. Thought the Fae were doing one of their quirky rituals again. Wait, so it actually happened? Yup. He also read that from his tea leaves. Whoa, seems like this guy was a real psychic. I guess. Divination magic can be a powerful tool. The tea leaves said, the wings shall be torn apart at the feet of Avalon, nestled between the peaks of Dalwell. Dalwell? So it really could be true. What? It sounds like whatever happened in Dalwell was the reason the stars fell from the sky. Tainted gilded sea, shimmering void, metaphors for a starless sky. If the wizard was right about his tea leaf reading, that is. But it fits with what I heard in Zilford. Happened just a few days ago. Oh, that's how you're connecting it all. How else? No idea. Thought he was just babbling. Ah. With everything that's been happening recently, I think he might have been onto something. Or that the adventurers didn't try to stop it from happening. Maybe they were lacking in ego. Maybe. Or maybe they thought someone else would come along to fix everything. Okay, enough. I understand what you're getting at. Maybe they were just pretending to be adventurers. Maybe they were the cause of all this and were just bragging about it, thinking I'd stop them. Enough with your maybes. They're pointless and not helping anyone. I'm getting a headache. I'll go get some fresh air. So long, Innkeep. Merry hunting, Jade. Now it's just you and me, Innkeeper. Indeed, Aniko. Have you ever thought about what would happen if no one ever fixed anything? Nah, pal. Just don't think about it. Life's easier that way. Why do you worry so much? You have your tavern. You can just mind your own business. This is my job. I listen to stories and gather rumors to make quests. I get it. That sounds like the blurb on the back of some page turner. I wouldn't want my life to be a page turner. Well, then it's good we aren't all the same. Though I could technically be anyone. Even you. Don't. Drakes. I'm kidding. Didn't mean to spit in your soup. You didn't. Cool. I'm off. See if I can snatch some coins off the streets. Good luck. Don't need any, Innkeep. Oh my god. So awesome. Ah! That was fantastic, and I'm so sad that it's over and we have to wait like 2.5 weeks. That was so much fun. Oh, I cannot wait. Yes, if you are so interested in this, make sure that you wishlist this. It's on Steam to my knowledge. It's called Tavern Talk, and it comes out June 20th, and we are going to have an amazing time. I literally cannot wait for this. I love it so much.